we're gonna get started. And we're gonna get started by going back into the Usverse, where everybody at home, everybody at home is resting their heads and slowly drifting off to sleep. As you guys all fall asleep in unison, your minds swirl with this strange gas above your heads as you're transported, not just through space, not just through time, but through the universe, through existence itself, as you are taken into a new place, as a new people, as a new entity. Not of blood, not of life or of soul, but of pure, defined existence. As you are taken aback, only few of you recognize this for a moment as the celestial realm, a realm of creation. But the realm doesn't look like energy, it looks like creation. It looks like the world around you, almost as if the world was shaped by the celestial realm itself. As you're taken into this world, this strange sunlight that kind of beams in through these large clouds arcs over your guys' face. It looks almost solid, as the first one to wake up is the one who rolled a 19 at the beginning. Nadia, you are the first person to awaken in this area. You do not remember Jasmine. You only are... How do you pronounce your name?
Oblita.
You are only Oblita. It seems as if you're a baby, but not in your mind, only in your creation. Your intelligence is that of a full adult, but you seem to have just snapped into existence. An endless silence, suddenly filled with noise. As you can hear what sounds like birds chirping in the sunlight, or the light of whatever entity is sitting in the clouds, beaming through and just filling up this place. You can feel it everywhere. It is alive. As you awaken, you see this person, rather tall, not as tall as you, standing at 8'6", with long red hair and a blindfold that drapes over his eyes as he looks to be looking at a book. He doesn't even look at you as he looks... Well, he doesn't look at you as you rise, and he says, "Good morning." It's impossible that he were to see you. He finally closes his book, looking at you, and says, "I'll explain that in a moment." I gotta get to know your characters. And Teku, you're the next person to wake up. Again, you see the same thing, the beautiful sunlight, the different billions of words flowing through your head, existing and not existing all at the same time. Go ahead, Major.
Major Bites said, "Enteku just observes."
Alright.
And then starts speaking.
Bro. Okay, go ahead.
Lovely day, isn't it?
This Celestial doesn't even really respond. He just looks over at you. As Shiki, you kind of like form, all of these particles kind of come to the center as you're standing here. You can see, but not with eyes. There's this strange energy that you can see out of as you're starting to come to consciousness and look around.
This is very strange.
As Mel, you come into consciousness not as this body yet, but this person, this celestial, throws a knife to the ground, and everybody feels this like lightning strike as this thing forms around the blade. In your hand is a long saber. As you awaken, Achilles.
Oh, Achilles is going to move to kind of. Is she laying down or is she like kind of like a sitting position right now?
You are all forms standing.
Alrighty. Achilles is going to take a quick look around, like turn around quick to see what's around her.
Okay. What's around you is this interesting, like, temple, this circular, temple area with these, like, solid beams of light kind of arcing in as they turn into actual light, once they reach this vicinity. Somewhat decayed buildings, or just walls, with some wood. There's wood at the cliffside over there, and off the side of the cliffside, it's this very dark area, as it continues going down seemingly infinitely.
Whoa.
Who's in front of you is this man with long red hair, holding a book and a blindfold on. As he looks around at you guys and says, "I'm sure you have a lot of questions." Although I am not the one to explain these things to you. I need you to meet someone, to go somewhere and meet someone. Your minds and consciousness will begin to stretch out to the dimension. You'll get used to all of this.
Would it be alright if I ask where we are?
I apologize, but I can't answer that. I can, but there's something stopping me. So you're going to need to go that way. As he points south of where you guys are. Even though you guys were just created, you do understand basic concepts and language and whatnot. So communication is rather easy. Excuse me.
Who are we going to be meeting?
A gentleman named Iris. He is a man with 6 wings.
Major Bites said, "Does he like to talk?"
A lot. Yeah. But only when he needs
And
to.
what is a man?
I'm gonna ignore that question. You should be able to know what that is. As he looks at you almost as if, like, confused. You'll find Iris in the Grand Meeting Hall. My name is Yota. A lot of people call me Lotus, though.
Okay.
So, what is it you guys would like to do?
Goes south.
Yeah.
Shiki?
Major Bites said,
Yeah.
start heading to Eris, while discussing philosophy.
As you guys are walking south, Yota is walking forward. Okay. Would you guys like to chat, get to know each other, etc. as you're walking south?
Yeah. Where is Lota going?
As you guys continue going south, the sky kind of like clears with the clouds, and this purple sky
Got to go do something RQ.
as this purple sky with blue kind of seeps in. As you guys begin walking, you find this large gold and white building with very big doors opening up to it. Not opening up, but they are closed. However, they do have very large doors at the front. You can come to the estimation that this is what Yota meant by the Grand Meeting Hall. A very large place. It looks like the word grand.
Interesting.
Is there anything else y'all would like to do?
Headed.
Alright. Would everybody else like to step in? Or would you guys like to explore around a little bit more? Do whatever.
I say go in.
Could Achilles look around a little bit before heading in?
Yeah, Cordelia was also gonna look around before heading in.
Okay. Achilles and Cordelia all start walking around. Oblita, you want to go inside?
Yeah.
Okay. Cordelia and Achilles, as you guys are walking around, you start seeing more and more fascinating places. Everything is a little bit linear. It seems like this place kind of leads into the rest of everything else, and the exit of the Grand Meeting Hall kind of leads into this very blocked off part of the open celestial realm. But from what you guys can explore, there's a lot of like really interesting sky areas, and kind of abandoned places. It looks like places that just weren't kept up.
Whoa.
Okay. Would you guys like to go into the Grand Meeting Hall?
Yeah. I'm down to go in.
Alright. Oblita, we're gonna get to you first. The few moments that you are alone in the Grand Meeting Hall. Off in the distance, you see what the man that was described as before. Somewhat tall, with 6 very long white wings behind him. Looks almost majestic, but his hair covers his eyes. which kind of throws a little bit of the vibe off. He looks to you
Hello.
after putting a drink down and says, "Welcome in.
Hello.
Do you want to come take a seat?"
I'm gonna walk. Yeah, I'll go take a seat. Yeah.
As you're walking in and taking a seat, Achilles and Cordelia walk in, along with Enteku, who's just silently following behind. As Iris looks to you guys again and says, "Welcome in." Hey, Major. Did you guys get here okay?
We did.
Good.
Major Bites said, "Greetings, I heard you liked chatting."
I suppose. There is a little bit that we get to talk about. Come sit. Or relax, or stand. I don't really care what you do, actually.
Okay.
Enteku sits.
Alright, find a place where you ought to sit.
Cordelia is just going to sit on the right side, but like she wants to sit alone though.
Achilles.
They're large couches. You can sit anywhere, Iris says. His demeanor is very, gentle and a little bit standoffish. There's nothing threatening about him whatsoever.
Achilles is gonna stand right there.
Okay. Well, I'm guessing Destiny sent for you guys. Yota?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Welcome to the Celestial Realm. This is the place before the creation of everything. This is the place where you guys will be living. If you'd like to, eventually you can venture out into the outer dimensions, but this is the main spot. You don't have to, but I'd like to get you guys set up with a domain where you can rest. If that's not something you want, that's fine. It just takes a bit out of you.
What's the domain?
A place for you, personally. A home, essentially.
Oh.
Here in the Celestial Realm, we're all brothers and sisters. We're all made from the same essences, just a little bit different.
Major Bites said, "That would be splendid. Furthermore, do you have any reading material?"
The only person that really has books is Yoda. But he's never really willing to give up his book. The Book of Life. Says it contains the lives of all. But I don't really know what that means. If you guys would like to explore around a little bit more, you're absolutely free to. I just wanted to call all of you in so I could get a head count, essentially. So I could get to know you guys. The new blood. In a way.
How many of us are there?
Celestials?
Mm-hmm.
A lot. There's so many of them. If you want an exact number, it's 10 to the power of 16 amount of celestials. 10 followed by 16 zeros. Currently.
Many?
That's
Mhm.
a lot.
Currently.
Whoa. That... Whoa.
Yeah.
It seems like a trick.
1 quindecillion. Each of them are made by a combination of the concepts, which you'll get to know. Hopefully. So, is there something you guys would like to do? I'm happy to direct you wherever you want to go. I'm usually here.
What would you guys like to do?
Major Bites said. Enteku starts speaking to Eris in Elvish. So, how did this place come to existence?
He, looks at you and says, "So you speak other languages? Neat. Maybe you can start writing them. However, I don't speak other languages."
What did he just... Eh?
I'm not sure.
He repeats
how
the
this place
question
came
in
to be.
Celestial.
This place came to existence by the one above all. He created everything here. Well, had a hand in creating it.
And who is the one above all?
I don't know his actual name. Nobody really does. We just know that he's not the creator, because we know that the one above all wasn't eternal. But, you know, every creation has to have a creator, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unless they exist for eternity.
So what do you do in your spare time?
Nothing interesting. I just live in a cabin. Not too far from here.
Major Bites said. Why do I feel countless words in my head?
Not sure. Maybe that's your nature, starting to stretch out more. Oh, yes. Every celestial is supposed to be given a title by the time the mortal realm comes to creation. As he says mortal, you sense like a little bit of like from him. Like he's annoyed at the idea. And when that comes to pass, you'll have your title by now. If not, you'll be staying in the celestial realm. The entirety of the mortal realm. I mean, once it's fully completed. Which won't happen for many, many eons.
How come you sounded annoyed when you mentioned mortal realm?
How do you mean? Oh, sorry. I personally don't agree with the idea of mortality. I think being
Why
able
not?
to avoid death's purpose of existence is the entire reason why we exist. As you guys hear heavy footsteps starting to walk over, as this fucking giant of a person, 12 feet tall, walks into the room, long hair, gray eyes. As they start walking over, and they're holding this golden apple. Excuse me. As he walks by you, Cordelia.
Here, can move.
As he sets the golden apple down in front of Iris, kind of slamming it on the table. Iris looks up at him and says, "Thank you, brother." This guy looks down at Iris, not in the eyes, but like looking down just from his eyes a little bit, and says, "Yeah, whatever." As he starts walking off. Omeos, you gonna say hi? He kind of turns around looking at Iris. No. As he just starts walking away.
Good day to you, I guess.
Iris shakes his head. Pig head.
What did he call me?
Not you.
Okay.
I guess we found the rude one of the family.
He's not rude. He's just goal-driven, I suppose. Omeos doesn't really like to play around too much. He prefers his job more than anything.
Oh, nice.
What is his job? If you can't say, that's fine. I'm just a little bit curious.
I'm sorry?
What is his job?
Oh, Omeos doesn't really have too much of a job. He's just the strongest out of all of us. He just keeps the peace for the most of part. Whenever he's
Major
around...
Bites said. Enteku starts spouting random words coming through his head.
Iris kind of looks over at you as he starts tossing the apple up and down. He just keeps the peace. Really, whenever he's around, people tend to stick in line, you know? The only person he really listens to is me and, well, Fritz. He says Fritz with, like, genuine dislike. He doesn't enjoy that word for whatever reason.
It's Fritz.
The first Celestial.
Who's Fritz?
Although he was the last to be born out of all of us, he was actually born just after you guys. He was the first one to get, a title. Deformity. Or disgust. Disgrace.
Do you have a title?
No, not yet. The only ones that do is Fritz, May, who's Omeos' girlfriend, and Ashlyn. Don't ask me about all the Celestials. You guys go learn yourselves. Come on. It's a little more fun, you know? Getting educated as you meet the people.
It is. Actually, I had a question and I forgot it. Oh no.
That's alright.
You stated you would be able to help us kind of have a home or realm of our own?
A domain, yeah. Like I said, it'll take a lot out of you, but it's a little handy to have. I don't have one personally. I don't want to, but you know what? Maybe one day.
And how would I go about getting one?
You'd have to ask the one above all to make one for you. So, what are you guys gonna go do? I'm guessing sitting here talking to me isn't the most entertaining thing you can get up to, so, you know.
I don't know what we're going to be doing.
Major Bites said. I believe it's entertaining for me.
I'd imagine. Well, you can go try to find Omeos if you want to, or go pay Ashlyn a visit. Those are two people that really love visitors. Well, Ashlyn does. Ashlyn's a really people person. Or you can go, try to meet Death or find Fritz, wherever the hell he is. Maybe you can go look for Yokubo. He's a funny guy to talk to. Just don't get too close to him.
Who's
I
Yokubo?
might kill us.
The Celestial of Desire. Don't get too close to him.
Why?
Because he's weird. He's a strange guy. He's an interesting feller.
You know what? I do want to go find him though.
Wait, what happens if we get close?
He can read your mind. Anything you want, he knows how to give it to you. Just to manipulate. He may be a Lithylos, but he's not good. Lithylos means light. I would actually suggest staying away from him. At least, as much as you can. Like I said, he's really good at getting what he wants.
Oh, so he's a manipulative bastard.
You're full of disdain, huh? Yeah, it's a good one. Shit. I might hold on to that. What do you guys think about mortals? The idea of somebody being able to die and not come back.
Sounds stupid.
Glad we agree. What about you, Cordelia? You don't speak too much.
Mm, the idea of mortals, I don't really know. I mean, I kind of feel like
Major Bites said, will they speak?
I mean, I kind of feel like it's, weird? Would weird be the right word? Maybe, strange. Yes, strange.
You talk a lot. Not talk, just stammer a lot. A lot of doubt in what you say. And you... He kind of like tilts his head to the side looking at you, Achilles. I don't know what to think about you. You're weird.
How so?
There's nothing about you. You guys can kind of pick up that being extremely straightforward is one of Iris's traits. There's just nothing there.
I'm there, yet I'm not.
Sorry?
I'm there, yet I'm not.
It's
Major Bites said. Enteku starts speaking Orcish, as that was the language on his mind at the time.
Nice. The languages don't really have names right now, but they will. So I like that we're presenting the names as they're being made. And Teku, I have an idea, if you'd like. How about you introduce multiple languages to the mortals once they're created? It'll allow them to have diverse forms of communications and some other things.
That sounds like a great idea.
I agree. There's a little smirk in his in his face. I can't be that interesting to talk to, Iris says. What do you guys want to do?
Who's one of the people he said we should go meet?
He said Mayos, Lota, and then Yokubo, but he said we should probably keep that to a minimal contact.
Yeah, don't talk to him. You can go meet Ashlyn if you want. She's super sweet.
Who's making the mortal realm? Is it the one that creates all, or is that someone else?
No, it's a couple of old gods. He says with slight hatred in his voice.
Oh dear, is that a touchy subject? Sorry.
Huh?
I hope that's not a touchy subject for me.
No, but you're gonna learn quickly that old gods and celestials, they don't typically get along the best. Two different breeds of the same race. Except for Providence, he's really nice.
Major Bites said. Maybe giving him the gift of speech will make them more bearable.
I don't think it will.
I don't think that would probably be a good idea.
How come? If the mortal realm is made, shouldn't they know how to communicate? And why not by having different languages?
In the forms of this communication.
Major Bites said. Enteku starts cursing at Uratila in Dark Renish.
Oh my gosh, dude! I was literally just about to fucking bring up how Dark Renish, Arclinian are the only languages that you can't speak because they weren't made yet.
Oh no!
Motherfucker! You're like reading my brain. I hate it. I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you. Burn! Burn in a fiery hellfire. Asshole.
Sorry for laughing.
The one fucking language, the one thing you could have said was the... Cancer, actual cancer, bro.
Your cancer.
That's all that was.
Who is he cursing at, though?
Major.
No.
Major is
Who did Major state he was cursing at?
Cortelia.
Okay. He spelled it wrong, though. That's why I was confused.
Yeah, no, I'm sure I can't be that interesting to talk to.
Let's go find that Ashley person or whatever.
Ashlyn?
Yeah.
Oh, South Corridor. Like I said, she's really nice.
I'll start heading that way then.
Awesome. As you guys walk out, boom! The doors open, and all of a sudden, you see this grand, golden city that opens up into all these beautiful like skylines, and you see people kind of flying around with these interesting abilities. Everybody looks so different, however. Nobody looks similar. Everyone is made of different shit. As you guys are walking through, you see this child with white and black hair followed by like 6 other people behind him as they're like walking past you guys to the right and walking into the grand meeting hall. 6 other people. I gotta shrink this shit down. Hold up.
Oh, wow.
The person walking at the front is this child, as he's like holding this weird doll that looks super fucking creepy. As, like I said, they all walk past y'all. I know that's not everybody. Six people. Yo! Get the fuck out of here, bro! Who the fuck do you think you are? Touching my shit. What's wrong with you?
Screen and fucking she appeared.
What's wrong with you, cuz?
Major Bites said, Keys est pure.
What the fuck?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's one other, but I can't find her.
It's baby Z.
As they start walking through, it seems like they're talking about, talking to Iris, speaking to Iris. They don't feel like Celestials at all. They're just walking through. As they walk past you and go up to Iris. As you start walking through, you see all of these different types of people. You even see Omeos walking with a lady, as they're just walking through the city. Omeos is smiling, and so is this girl that's next to him. You can assume it's May, that's walking. What is it you guys would like to do now? Continue looking for Ashlyn, go on a detour, etc.
Continue to look for Ashlyn.
Freaking Nadia's taking charge right now, bro.
She is. Yeah.
Good, it's good to have her.
Continue looking for Ashlyn.
That's what you guys want to do?
Mm-hmm.
Major Bites said, Enteku yells over to Omios in French, nice girlfriend.
French?
He side-eyes you, looks at you, realizes he didn't understand what you just said, and then immediately starts trotting over to you.
Oh no.
Standing at the fucking scary stature of 12 feet tall, he looks down at you and says, "What?"
Cordelia immediately just
I
walked
said hi,
away.
Omios.
What'd you say?
Cordelia immediately just walked away, like, real quickly away from him.
I'll stand in front of Camellia.
You're gonna stop Cordelia?
No, I'm gonna stand in front of her.
I'm just gonna move there.
Kind of let her hide, like, behind me.
What did you say? I know you were talking to me, so what'd you say?
I said hi, Omios.
You can see that there's like no aggression on him whatsoever. He's genuinely just curious about what you said. Is that true? Are you lying to me?
I also said nice girlfriend.
Oh. Goodbye. As he just starts walking back over.
Bye.
Now you guys are starting to get the picture as to why Omeos is a little bit feared because of his constant aggressive looking stature. As you guys make your way through the Golden City, you see so many people. A couple stand out to you. One who's dressed very androgynously. It's very hard to tell whether or not they're a man or a woman. Another person with these large, black and red, very glitchy wings, as they continue walking around, just minding their own business. Their face is covered by this white film, as you can't see the face, as they have like these horns and this long tail with a angel halo around their head. Whatever that was, don't do it again. As you guys continue walking, you see the color of the sky kind of changes black off in the distance as there's this interesting river with faces, almost skull-looking faces, with a bunch of different expressions kind of flowing through the city and through this area to the right that has a black that has this black atmosphere, this very dark and gruely, kind of grim-looking atmosphere. And literally just across the river from it, it has this beautiful tree with many flowers and interesting looking plants and whatnot. But on the other side, it's dead, with a tree also withered and kind of covered in ravens. Is there any place that you guys would like to look for Ashlyn in particular? It's kind of like a modern city almost, but it's all gold and very light and cool.
Do you guys want to check out by the tree with all the ravens?
Major Bites said, Eater.
What?
What does that mean?
Yes.
Okay, I mean, yeah, we can go, check where the tree is.
As you guys begin walking, you kind of like walk past this area. As you're walking the left side, you see this very interesting circle with a kind of a puddle of water in it. As you continue on. If any of you guys would like to stop, just let me know.
Could we check out the circle?
Would everybody like to?
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
Detour time!
Alright. As you guys take a detour and go off to check out this very interesting circle with this rock kind of above it, you see nothing super fascinating except for this giant fucking creature that sits in this corner over here. It looks horrifying. This massive monster just kind of laying down and relaxing casually in this corner. It doesn't look like any other celestial that you have seen before. The thousands of celestials that you've seen flying around.
Oh.
Do any of you
Enteku
guys...
speaks in Phoenician. You don't look like the rest.
And that I don't think that should be a thing you should say.
This glowing yellow eye opens up as the even the grass is kind of like swaying away from this thing as they kind of stand up on hind legs at like 40 feet tall. It literally casts a shadow over you guys as they start crawling over towards y'all, looking down at you.
Hello.
Why are you here? What could you possibly want?
Major Bites said, "We are just exploring."
Just exploring.
I'm sorry.
If you are just exploring, I suggest you move along. This is not a place for you.
Who the hell are you?
Who the hell are you?
I asked first.
I don't care.
Are
I think
you
it's a good thing that we
hurt?
leave.
Major Bites said, "What is to nomen?"
I don't understand. What are your names?
Oblitan.
Achilles.
Cordelia?
Enteku.
As this person shrinks down, their fur turns into blue fiery hair. As they're now standing at about 7 feet with black clothes on, and says, "You aren't old gods, are you?"
No.
No.
So then why are you here?
We our friend Inteku said we were just exploring. We're kind of new to the celestial realm. Yeah.
So you don't recognize who I am. Good. Explore around and then leave.
Mm-hmm.
Hold up, who are you?
Fritz.
Oh.
Now explore around and leave. As he walks back, turning back into that giant monster, and then goes back to laying down, but keeping an eye on all of you.
I have a little question. Is it alright if I ask it, Fritz?
Hurry up.
What's the water thing over there? And as Achilles asks that, she kind of gestures over to the circular thing in the ground.
From what I understand, it's mortal water. The pool that's going to be drawn from when the mortal realm is created. I'm supposed to be taking care of it. From what I understand.
Ah, I see. How do you take... Sorry, I'm just a little curious, I guess. How do you take care of it?
Not letting old gods through. That's how. or Iris.
Why isn't Iris supposed to go through?
I could explain it to you 1,000 times and you wouldn't understand. You'll learn, though, in your own way.
Alright. Thank you.
He's been looking at you strangely the whole time. He was answering your questions. Where would you guys like to explore?
Major Bites said, going to eat our queue.
Where would the three of you like to explore?
I don't know, can I see what that, like, thing behind the water says? Or does it have any writing?
Yes, as you walk over, this tablet does have writing on it, but it doesn't have anything that you can really decipher in a way. It's strange writing.
Can Achilles go over to see what Oblita sees?
You can see that it has strange writing on it, but you can't read it. None of you can, actually.
I wonder what it says.
Cordelia looks at Fritz and just, like, she, like, tilts her head to the side, and then tilts her head to the other side.
He's just looking at you. And the rest of everyone else. His eyes kind of move like a chameleon's.
Major Bites said, might I ask, why do I hear words from numerous language-y?
Why are you asking the abomination celestial all of these questions? Why seek out the reject? What good does it serve you? But to answer your question, it's your nature. It's your nature that's telling you all of that. You're celestial. That's why.
Is there a reason why they asked you to watch over this fountain?
He stares at you for a moment, just kind of trying to process the answer. As he looks at you, looks at you and says, "Sorry."
Yeah, so they don't have to look at me. Simple answer.
That's a dick move.
I'm glad we can agree. It's fine, though. I don't need people. Not celestials.
Anyways. Shall we continue going the direction we were originally going?
You should.
Do what you like.
I'm gonna start heading towards the tree with crows.
Isn't it lonely being here, though, Fritz?
Isn't it what?
Lonely to be here.
What does it matter? Why do you care? You shouldn't.
I just do.
Well, you have something to go do. Don't worry about me.
Okay.
As you guys continue making your way over.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Okay. As you begin making your way through, off in the distance, you see a lot of what looks like skeletons of different creatures and whatnot in this giant dead tree. And sitting against it is this person with long black horns that connects to the tree. And this face that's almost terrifying. The smell that hits your nose as soon as you walk in doesn't smell disgusting, it just smells scary in a way. It's a type of feeling that makes you want to just run. As the ravens are like flying around, eventually perching on the tree, and then just look down at you guys. They're not small ravens either. They're pretty fucking big. This person is just sitting against this tree, kind of looking at this this beautiful flowing river.
Do you guys think that's Ashlyn?